green and just transition is not as green and just as it appears. It is a transition led by big corporations aimed at being profitable for these big corporations. Which are the implications of this gray and unfair transition for women and LGBT people? Let's put on these glasses to have a feminist look at the European Green Deal. The Recovery and Resilience Facility, the key instrument at the heart of the Next Generation EU, is basically focused on financing technology and digitalization. It seems like technology will solve everything. But how are technology and digitalization supposed to solve the inequalities based on gender or race or the unfair distribution of care work? A just transition needs to focus not only on qualifying for high-tech jobs, but has to promote the expansion of necessary jobs to sustain life. Nursing home workers, psychologists, care workers, doctors, nurses, teachers. We need more of these jobs with improved working conditions. But in the EU's big plans to finance its transition, this is not foreseen. For example, Spain will receive 160 billion euros from the Next Generation EU funds. These are public subsidies and loans to fast-track the green and digital transition of the European economy. Of the 76 billion euros of public subsidies, more than half will be delivered through PERTEs, which are large public-private partnerships. And hey, we can find PERTs which are only and solely dedicated to health, like Salud de Vanguardia, which will receive 1,650 million euros from public subsidies. But then we see that these projects are co-defined, surprise, by big pharma associations. So no, there won't be investments in better salaries, primary healthcare, or communities. There will only be investments in what can rapidly grow the PIB or benefit the big corporations. The people most affected by these policies are those who suffer the most from health inequalities: migrants, working class people, and, of course, women. So instead of enhancing and reinforcing public services, the EU funds will support public-private partnerships and strengthen privatization options. More money and more control for big corporations. An eco-feminist transition needs to push towards sufficient public funding, public and communal ownership, and management of basic rights. Care, health, education, food, water, energy, or transportation. Working on basic needs has to be valued and reorganized with more investment and by legalizing migrant workers. A feminist perspective must be applied so that not only women are assuming care work. And the relations between the global north and the global south need to be reshaped in order to assure that the improvements of the workers from the north are not at the expense of the rights of women and indigenous people from the global south. Green, to be truly green, has to also come with truly purple, with a feminist lens.